guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Before we get into it, hit that subscribe button, sis, and give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and if you don't, get up out of my channel because I don't need that type of negativity. Get up, leave, bye. So today, guys, we're gonna do something a little bit different. Today, we're gonna have a little girl talk, a little one-to-one. We're gonna talk about friendships and the lack thereof. Because I don't know what's going on in the world right now, but I feel like people have just been moving however they want to move. I mean, technically you can, but like, where's your moral compass? Where's your moral compass? You know that little voice in your head that tells you like, hey, you probably shouldn't be doing that? Why aren't you listening to it? So we're gonna talk about that, and we're also gonna talk about fake friends and how to spot them and how to drop them. A spot and a drop. You feel me? I've had a few experiences when it comes to, more than a few. I've had quite a bit of experiences when it comes to fake friends. And unfortunately, that's just how the game goes. You're gonna meet people that are seasonal, people who are meant to teach you something, and then there's people who are supposed to be in your life forever. Let's get into it. How to spot a fake friend. I feel like there's so many ways to spot a fake friend, but let's start off with number one. None of your friends should be in competition with you. I've had friends who I would buy something, I'd buy an outfit, and they'd buy a similar outfit. Come to them and tell them, oh, like something really dope really just happened to me, like I'm so excited. And they would try and level up on what I've just done or what I've just received. And I never understood that, because I'm the type of person that if you're my friend, I look at you as family, I'm rooting for you. Because if you go down, I go down, and I don't wanna go down. I don't want to go down. If you find yourself in a continuous situation where everything that you do, this person is mimicking you or trying to level up on you in some shape, way, or form, drop that friend. Shout out to Letice. I got this from my friend Letice. She be doing this. Number two, a friend that doesn't support you. Say if you have a nail salon, you're a nail tech, and your friend still decides to go to the nail shop down the street instead of supporting you. Drop that friend. Drop her, sweetie, because that is not your friend. Why wouldn't your friend want to support you? Why wouldn't your friend be in the bleachers screaming, yes, sis, we did it, we're doing it, we're doing what we're supposed to do? Those are the type of people that you want in your corner. Next, number three, someone that puts your business on blast. Listen to me. Whatever you tell your friend, whether or not you guys are still friends, and it's in confidence, it should never be repeated. Whatever you say to a friend should never be repeated. It is your story to tell. If you make that decision that you want to go tell somebody else this story, then you made that decision. But your friend should not be making that decision for you. Okay? I'm gonna tell you a little story. So I had the friend, okay, and she was interested in this guy. I knew about this guy only because, okay, you know what? Let's give them names. So let's say I had a friend named Candace, and she was into a guy named Josh. And I knew about Josh because me and Josh had mutual friends. Whatever, the world's a small place. So Candace was into Josh, and I informed her like, hey, you know, you probably shouldn't go down the road with Josh. He has a bad rep. Leave that guy alone. That's not who you want to be with. Doesn't Candace go and tell Josh? No, but doesn't Candace go and tell Josh what I said? Why did Candace do that? Well, no, but why did Candace do that? Why would you do that? Any conversations you have with a friend should never be repeated. And if it is, that's crazy, drop them. I don't care how long you've known that person. You could have known them for 20 years, okay? And if in the 20th year they're acting the fool, drop them. Okay? I used to be the type of person that, based on history, I would give you a pass. I'd be like, I've known this person for 6-7 years, so like I can't just drop them. Like, we've been friends for so long. People can change in a drop of a dime, because people are entitled to do whatever they want to do. But you know what the great thing is? So can you. Your life is your story. And if somebody in that story is acting up or acting the fool, drop them. Period. Sweetie, your chapter ends here. Bye. You've been dropped. My nails are too jacked up for me to be doing I had a family member that I was very close to. Even though she was a family member, our friendship was genuinely toxic. Every time I would come around her, it was negativity, and I've always felt so drained. And you know what I'm saying? That doesn't necessarily make her a bad person. She might have been going through some things that she didn't know how to navigate through, but I no longer could keep that friendship because it was draining me. How do you feel when you're around these people? You know what I'm saying? These people that you call your friends. Do you feel motivated? Do you feel inspired? What are they doing with their life? Are they motivated? Are they inspired to do whatever it is that they want to do? Because if they're not, if you feel the opposite of that, if you feel mentally drained, if you feel you dread seeing that person or you dread talking to that person needs to go. They gotta go, sweetheart. Next, another way to spot a toxic friend. What number is this? Y'all don't know what number I'm on. Another way to spot a toxic friend is a friend that does not own their faults. Say if you guys had a fallout and you guys got into a fight or something, not physical. If you all got into a physical fight, drop them. You should not be getting into no physical fights with your friends. Drop them. But say if you got into a verbal fight with a friend and you try to talk to them about the way the conversation went, you know, you're owning your own faults and what you did was wrong, but they won't. Drop that friend. Drop them. It is an uphill battle trying to be friends with someone who refuses to own anything wrong that they do. You will only end up wasting your time and be extremely frustrated. Don't even bother with that. I personally have experienced it. I know a girl to this day, we are no longer friends, but to this day refuses to own anything that she did in regards to our friendship. And not even just our friendship, she was like that on a whole. If she did something wrong, she wasn't owning up to it. She was always right, and that's just how it was. Guess what I did? I dropped that girl. She had to go. You had to go, sweetheart. It is what it is. Let's talk about dating, okay? And dating friends, okay? Don't date your friends. Do not date a friend of a friend. Don't do it. Don't go on a date with them. Don't get into a relationship with them. Don't date a friend's friend. Don't even be interested. 10 out of 10, I would not recommend. And I'm only saying this from my own personal experience. Okay. It can put you in a really messy situation. I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I've been the friend who was interested in my friend's friend. I've also been the friend who had two friends interested in each other. And both sides of the spectrum, it ended up bad. So if you cannot guarantee you're going to marry that person, do not date your friend's friends. It is messy, okay? It's messy, and an ultimatum might come, and my nails is looking jacked up, but you understand what I'm saying. Make sure to analyze you guys' friendships, guys. Make sure when you are deciding if you should continue a friendship or if you should drop this person, weigh the pros and the cons. If there's more pros than cons, definitely have a conversation with that person and let them know where your head's at. Your friends should be elevating you. They should be motivated, inspired, and elevating their own selves, because this will only bring up the circle to a higher level. If it is a circle or if it's a duo, it will only bring up the pair, okay, to higher levels. And those are the people that you want in your corner. You want people who are doing something themselves, and you want people who is gonna check you if you ain't doing nothing. Okay. Even with all of these negative experiences that you may encounter with making new friends and meeting new people, don't let any of it harden you, right, or close yourself off. Still stay open. Some people are seasonal and some people are forever. It's up to God and time to differentiate who's who, okay? And any new person that does come into your life, you treat them as just that, as a new person. So as someone who has a completely clean slate, everyone should receive the benefit of the doubt. If they end up being long-term, then they end up being long-term. And if they end up being seasonal, then they end up being seasonal. And that's okay. It's literally a part of life. It's a part of the path of life. And you just keep pushing. That's the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed me talking. Remember to give this a thumbs up if you liked it. Share this video with everyone and anyone that you know. And I'll see you guys in the next one.